Have you guys ever got life insurance? Do you know about life insurance? And I must tell you, I'm looking for advice, right? When I come to you and it appears that I'm looking for advice, I need an accomplice. That's what I'm really trying to do. But I saw a show on it. So I'm going through this life insurance thing, right? I saw it on TV or whatever. Something got me motivated. Something got me to push these numbers or go to this website, put my name. So I'm going through this life insurance, and there's a lot to it. Pretty straightforward in terms of what your terms are and what you're going to pay and what your payout is. Pretty straightforward. Who your beneficiary and okay, we've got all of these things, but then to qualify is tough. And this is on the heels of me seeing a show talking about what scumbags the life insurance companies are. Like somebody's dead, a loved one in your family, this terrible, terrible moment. Okay. Which brings on not only all the pain and the sorrow, but then you have a very realistic, particularly if this was the breadwinner, you have a very realistic financial side that doesn't care if your heart is broken. It's tough. So the person did everything right. They paid into it. They think they have a policy, but then you get the dirtbag before they write the check with the company that tears through it like a detective would a murder report. Any box that you mischecked, anything that you said and you disclosed that is not right can void out the whole policy. They don't have to send you a check. And a lot of them play this game. A lot of them play this game to the point of just seeing who will sue them and within what state the penalties are if they do sue. It's really tough, or at least according to this show. So I'm doing my questionnaire today. And I'm on the phone with this very nice woman. This was through like Prudential, which is not just a fly by night. You guys have heard of Prudential. They have a very good reputation. But I'm still cognizant of the fact that the answers I give have got to be absolutely accurate. And whenever she gets done with this checklist, she's going to send me something, DocuSign. I'm going to sign it and send it back. I'm never going to comb through it. I'm going to assume that it was done right. But quite frankly, I don't know all of the answers. Like she asked me one that had something to do with if you had open heart surgery within the last month, but it was like 5 different things. And within the scope, if you had open heart surgery, have you had a heart attack? Of all these different things? It's like, have you had an EKG done? It's like, lady, these aren't even on the same galaxy. Open heart surgery versus an EKG. Did I have an EKG done? Maybe. I don't even know what EKG stands for. But I do know when I fought within certain jurisdictions, I think it was every 5 years, you had to submit an EKG. Which is a complete waste of time and does nothing. But these commissions it's one of these things. So I said, I think so. Well, what did they find? How would you not know? Well, I don't even know what EKG stands for, miss. That's how. And if I ever do go in for a diagnostics, any kind of a physical, I've never had a physical in my life unless it was ordered by a commission, which every 12 months for 22 years of my life was guaranteed to be ordered by a commission. But I don't know what they check for. They do blood draws. I don't know what they find. I mean, she asked me one of do you have any kind of cancer? You got lymphoma, skin cancer. I mean, it's really, really tough stuff. And then slipped in there, or cholesterol. And like, miss, if I had a call right now from a doctor that said I had high cholesterol, I would hang up the phone and go back about my life. I don't give a goddamn what my cholesterol is. And I know that some people do. I don't want to dismiss that. I'm sure for you, I don't. In the least. I will have the cheeseburger and I will skip the workout anytime that I want. That's just me. Maybe you don't want to insure me. But I will disclose to you and I will tell you that up front before we work out the policy. But moreover, I don't want you to check the wrong box. I don't want to tell you I didn't have cholesterol done if the doctor that did the physical did do cholesterol. I don't know what he checked for. Couldn't have cared in the least. I'm a tough guy. I don't feel good. I'll go home and have some chicken soup. That's what I'll do. But you got other people who want to go to the doctor every day, and they want to talk to the doctor. They want to follow up with the doctor, and they know their full medical report. I'm not that guy. So it's very tough. Then we get to a section of it. She needs to know if I've committed any crimes. I said, of course. She says, well, were they misdemeanors or felonies? I said, felonies, lots of felonies. They've done lots and lots of felonies. Well, she's laughing. She's laughing and won't check the box. And I can tell that she's laughing and thinks I'm kidding and won't check the box. So she tries to move on to the next topic, and I got to bring her back to the felonies. I said, lots and lots of felonies. Well, which have you been convicted? Have you ever done RICO? Have you done racketeering? Did you do stacking? Do you know about compound? I said, I've done all of those things. I don't know if I was charged with them. I don't really know what that report said. I robbed a whole bunch of banks, but they only stuck one on me. I did 4 in one day, 7 total. Could have been closer to 11, which is what I told her. It's precisely what I told her, but she just kept laughing. I said, Miss, we have to go back to this. This isn't, I'm not fooling around about this. You got to check that box. You got to void out my life insurance. These different things. And I don't know how serious this needs to be. The phone call is recorded. She made a big point of saying that. We even got disconnected 2 different times on the call. And when she called back, she started with that line. This phone call is being reported. Like there's something about each time she gets on a call, she had to say that. It's like, okay, great. If you have the recording, and if something is to happen to me in the event that you try to not pay my sweet and lovely wife, can my legal team defer to this recorded phone call? Because I have said everything, but I don't know what box you're checking, and I'm hearing a lot of laughing and giggling over there. And then she even tried to assure me that she knew it wasn't true. She could tell I was a nice guy. Went as far as to call me charming, which is a very nice compliment, but you still need to check that box for all that different stuff that I told you. I wasn't kidding about that. So now I'm facing down the barrel of getting a life insurance claim, of which someday they're going to need, right? Old Chael not going anywhere anytime soon, I don't think. I don't know any more than you guys do. So I put this policy in place that's going to be voided, even though I said the word repeatedly. Oh, I told her I commit all sorts of crimes. My son even came in while I was on the phone with her. She could hear him. We're on the phone so long. I mean, this is well over an hour process. We're on the phone so long and so many different times because my house is terrible for service. It's a long story. We're getting to know each other. So when my son comes in and she hears my son, and my son gave me an early Father's Day gift. So I'm on this important phone call with her, but I can't blow off a Father's Day gift. I got to do the whole song and dance about how much I love. Well, then she wants to hear about it. She's asking me how old he was, what he's going to study, and what he's going to be, what he's going to study, what he's going to be. I said, young lady, I'm not raising up a scholar over here. I'm getting this kid ready for his trial. He's 7 years old. Come sooner or later, he's going to be in front of a jury of his peers. That's what I'm preparing my son for. She kept laughing. She kept laughing. So I know she didn't check the box. She thought that I was kidding. I told her as plainly as I know how to speak, you are on the phone with a gangster, a very known man. She kept laughing. And then she kept asking me about these felonies. I'm going, what I convicted of or what I did? Like, it's a colossally different answer. And that wasn't me trying to be funny. Like, think of the biggest library you've ever been in. Okay, times that by 5, you're now in a federal law library, and nobody knows what's in all of those books. The average citizen commits 2.5 imprisonable felonies a year, just doesn't know he's doing it. There's so many laws that you just don't even know that you're doing it. Of which I tried to explain to her on a recorded phone call. And I'm bringing this to you guys as evidence. If anything happens to me and they try to void that out because I didn't tell them the truth. Yes, I did. I don't know what box she checked. I did tell her the truth.